Hi everybody, tennis coach Robert here with Carlbo or carlbotennis.com, sorry about that. Today we're going to talk about the leg drive and the rotation, primarily the rotation. So when we're hitting a tennis ball, just like when we're throwing, we want to go ahead and we start in a position like this, and we're going to pivot and turn the back foot so that we rotate the hips. So this comes forward. This is very important because this is the primary use of the power that we use as tennis players. It comes from the legs and it comes from the core. If you look at tennis players, they have big legs, big glutes, strong core, because that's where the power comes from. The power comes from the lower part of the body. Tennis is primarily a lower body sport. So when we get here, we need to make sure we rotate the body. This motion, similar to a punch. We've talked about this before. And from this particular position here, we will be going up like a shot put. So that back leg is going to come up and turn, come up and turn. It's important that we understand the rotation, that we need to make sure that when we go ahead and go forward, that we have contact, our belly button, the foot is up before we have contact. So we're going to go back, turn this, and then come forward. You won't necessarily see this with some of the pros, or you can see it, but it's going to look a little differently. They bend, they jump, and then this turn business comes up in the air. But in order for us to get accuracy and control, we need to make sure we master the basic things well first before we go on to the other thing. There's no need to be jumping if we can't accurately hit our targets. So we really need to make sure we do that. So get the foundation going first, and then we go ahead and add the jumping and all the other things. The foundation being the basic parts of the technical part to make sure we get the tactical part together. The technical will be the grip, the stance, all those things we've been talking about in order to do our tactical priority, which for now is just to get the ball in and direction. So when I go ahead and I line up here, I come up and I turn my hips and then I strike the ball. To exaggerate this, I'll come up and I'll turn my hips completely and then I go forward. As you can see from that particular video, or this particular shot, sorry, I hit the ball more towards the middle. I'm aiming towards the middle. So here, I'm up, I turn my hips and I'm able to hit the ball towards the middle, straight down. That helps in my accuracy. If I'm sideways and I don't turn my hips, it's much more difficult for me to get that accuracy going. So I need to make sure that when I strike the ball, just like when I'm throwing a ball, I release the ball right here. I don't release it back here. I release the ball when my body is forward. So here, I release the ball. The releasing of the ball is the same thing as when I strike the ball. I strike it here so that I can go forward. As I get stronger with this, I bend my knees a little bit more and come up. So I bend my knees and I come up, and that's going to give me that additional power. We take that one step further. That's what you're going to notice professional tennis players. They bend their knees and they come up. When they come up fast enough or hard enough so that they get some air. It's very similar to a basketball player. You'll see basketball players when they're shooting. Some of them are just going to stand in this position. They're just going to go this way. And some of them are going to actually do a little jump. So that's basically, we don't necessarily need to go that far down to go up. We just need a little bit. And if you're a little bit older or not as skilled in hitting your targets, you don't necessarily have to bend that much, just as long as we rotate the hips and we get that going, and then we get a little bit stronger, we can add a little bit of a leg drive. So we go bend and a little bit of a leg. So the important thing is making sure we rotate and we have contact with the chest, the belly button forward before we go across. Make sure you bend the knees, pivot and turn. This motion here is very important because that's where we're going to get the power from. It's very similar to what we'll be talking about the forehand. So we need to make sure we get this up. So I hope this video helps you. Make sure that you understand the importance of the rotation, this part bending and rotating. When you do it successfully, sorry, one more thing. When you're doing it successfully, your back foot will come all the way up on your tippy toe. That's the goal. I want all my weight on my front foot like this so that my back foot is up on my tippy toe. Let me get it from this angle here so you can see. I want it all the way up, all my weight forward before I strike the ball and follow through. Thank you very much. I appreciate you tuning in and listening to this video on rotation and a little bit of the leg drive. If you enjoyed this video, please subscribe. Thank you very much, and I'll see you again soon. Bye.
For more information on Carlbo Tennis, visit www.carlbotennis.com. If you wish to email Coach Robert, please do so at robert@carlbotennis.com or visit his Facebook page at www.facebook.com/Carlbo Tennis. Tennis for the people.